Donald Trump's so-called miracle coronavirus treatment was tested on cells derived from an abortion. The Trump administration has notably opposed medical research that uses fetal tissue from abortions, while knocking back numerous requests from scientists to work with it. Conservatives, but it's different because he really needed it. But how does Amy Covey Barrett feel about this, I wonder? Let's be honest. I'm sure this isn't the first time an abortion has gotten him out of trouble. So Trump is actually the one ingesting babies, not Hillary. Where is the outrage from the religious right? Oh right. Rules for thee, not me. It's been said that calling them hypocrites doesn't work, but consider this. Try it. Say it to their faces. Say it on national and international television. Say it directly and make it clear. You say you oppose medical research from abortions and abortions themselves, and then you give the president fetal stem cells from an abortion. You are a hypocrite and do not believe what you say you believe. Period. End it at that. Stop talking around the point and making people think. It's obvious that people don't want to be told what to think or to infer things. Fucking say it. Say Republicans are hypocrites and liars right out there for everyone to hear. Stop trying to be PC and call these assholes out. The companies then put the genes in Chinese hamster ovary cells to bulk manufacture the antibodies, which were given to the COVID-19 patients as infusions. https://medium. com/@eclecticscience/Regeneron's COVID-19 treatment doesn't use human fetal cells 21BC13AE4F1D. They put a hamster inside Donald Trump. Not only that, it's made in China, thanks for the awards. But the true hero is the Chinese hamster. Trump could perform a late-stage abortion on 5th Ave and wouldn't lose any supporters. Every single thing they do or say is hypocritical. Republicans need to change their name to the Hippocratican Party. It's no different than Nancy Reagan's about-face on stem cell research when her husband needed it for Alzheimer's. The phenomenon of being against something until it personally affects you is the utter lack of empathy Republicans are made of. If they gave a shit about embryos, every fertility clinic would be shut down right now. They don't care about life, they just want poor people to be trapped by kids they can't afford. They live off the work of the poor. This is the best TLDR I could make. Original, https://www.sbs.com/news/Donald Trump's so-called miracle coronavirus treatment was tested on cells derived from an abortion, reduced by 83%. I'm a bot. The experimental drug U.S. President Donald Trump credited with beating his COVID-19 infection was tested with the help of a cell line originally derived from an aborted fetus. Regeneron's antibody cocktail was, in early stages, tested on a common cell culture called HEC293, a line of cells originally derived from an aborted fetus in the Netherlands in 1973. The antibodies given to Mr. Trump were not made from fetal tissue, but similar antibodies were, at an earlier stage, tested on a cell line originally derived from an aborted fetus. Extended summary, http://np. Reddit. com/r/auditldr/comments/j7bsl1/donald_trumps_ so-called miracle_coronavirus/ FAQ, http://np. Reddit. com/r/auditldr/comments/31b9fm/faq_auditldr_bot/version 2. 02-530169TL, DRS so far. Feedback, http://np. Reddit. com/message/compose, 2=%23 auditldr PMs and comments are monitored, constructive feedback is welcome. Top keywords, Trump #1 cell #2 research #3 tested #4 line #5. Yeah, but now it affects Trump directly, he won't care. Well, not until it's time to appease the religious whackjob right-wingers. Behold, the "it only matters unless it happens to us" party. I wonder how many abortions he's paid for. I heard Trump is still in hypocritical condition. What's most disappointing is that here we have an opportunity to headline the amazing potential in stem cell research, but instead all we are going to talk about is Trump's fake anti-abortion stance. We need to support stem cell research, that's the story. Edit, added the word fake. BC, we all know that man totally okay with abortions. Rules for thee but not for me. I work with HEC293 cells routinely. It's worth pointing out that these cells 1. Are not and were never a donor's embryonic stem cells. Come from a single donor in the 70s. 3. Were harvested according to Dutch law, which means 4. The aborted tissue would have been donated or otherwise disposed of as medical waste prior to the first contact the scientists had with it. Have been expanded and standardized so much in vitro that most scientists joke that these cells are barely human. Unlike what hysterical Bible thumpers tell you, research on cells and tissues derived from an embryo or fetus do not increase demand for more abortions. Suck on the long dick of science, you conservative nerds. I think the most interesting part is that Trump said he's going to make it available for free to all Americans. Considering the opposition to free healthcare by his supporters, I wonder if they'd be so willing to accept such blatant socialism. This will not penetrate the bubble for a number of reasons. It is real-world scenarios like this that are going to put political fiction writers out of business. If I read that in a novel in 2012, I probably roll my eyes at the outlandish plot device used by the author. No, you got it all wrong. It's okay for them if it helps them in any way possible, but it's just not okay for anyone else. This is my favorite story of this COVID massacre. Trumpy touting a miracle God cure that is derived from stem cells. It's perfect. You think he gives a single fuck about that? He'd abort his own children with his bare teeth if it meant he gets to live for a single minute longer. If Republicans didn't have double standards, they wouldn't have any at all. Trump is now 2% more of a walking abortion than he was a month ago. I want this to become a bigger story just to watch the evangelical Christians have to say it's okay to use fetal stem cells. That'd be cool. You mean he would really use something for personal gain that he denies others? Yeah, that seems pretty on brand for him. Ha! You better believe this won't just receive 0 play on Fox aka State TV, but if there were a way to receive less than 0, that would be the case. P.S. How can we send this info to the WH press corps so they can nicely ask DJT about this? Rules for thee, not for me. Rules for thee, freedoms for me. Ironies at every turn. https://en. M. Wikipedia, org/wiki/hec_293_cells. For those still confused on where HEC293 cells come from. Republicans hate democracy. Prove me wrong. Rules for thee, not for me. Rules for thee, not for me. Oh boy, can't wait for Republicans to pretend this doesn't exist. So instead of POTUS, should we call him fetus? Their poor little Q brains. This sounds an awful lot like their idea of the bad guys harvesting children's blood for health and power. Mega 2020, https://i. Imager.com/1A86H8F. PNG. Can we just start normalizing calling it the Trump virus? They're against abortion until they get someone pregnant that isn't their wife. If it would have meant he could live, he'd allow the drilling into the skulls of babies. Millions of them. He cares about nothing or anyone besides himself. If he hasn't proved that to you, you haven't been paying attention. The real question is, if he's going on a ventilator soon, will it be called forced air 1? Not for we but for me. Pathetic. President Trump, chock full of aborted fetuses. Check. I for one welcome the sight of the Olympic levels of mental gymnastics that are going to happen now. As if hypocrisy isn't at his core of character traits. Completely different. This is a situation where a rich man's health is affected, so an exception can be made for pro-lifers. Conservatives, abortions for me, not for thee. Most likely the fetuses were from abortions from his mistresses, so technically he was just giving jobs to his kids in his administration. Conservatism consists of exactly one proposition, to wit, there must be in groups whom the law protects but does not bind, alongside out groups whom the law binds but does not protect.